To start with, let's try to understand the nature of how the existence is happening. So either you can look at the body, or you can look at the atom, or you can look at the universe. So if you want to look at the universe, it is complex, it is difficult, because you don't have a gallery seat. There is no stadium where you can sit and comfortably see the whole universe. It is very difficult. You can only see it in pieces. If you want to watch an atom, actually no one has seen an atom. So even in a super electron microscope, you can see an atom. We have observed its activity, but we have never seen an atom as such. But still we have broken it. We are capable of breaking things that even we cannot see. And that's what we are proud of, I guess. We can break anything. We can make it or not, that's a different question, but we can break anything that we want. So even if we cannot see it, we can break it. Now what you see and what you do not see, that's again a dicey thing. So in a sense, what exactly is it that we see? Right now, just look around. You have your cell phone, right? So you can see your cell phone. So what makes it possible for you to see the cell phone? The cell phone simply obstructs the passage of light, or the light simply reflects from the cell phone. The light doesn't pass through it. That's what is making it visible to you. So simply speaking, anything that stops light is what is visible to us. Anything that allows light through, you cannot see it. You cannot see light itself, first of all. Can you see light? No, right? So only whatever stops light, you can see it. What does not stop light, you cannot see it. That's very bad, isn't it? So there are a lot of things through which the light passes, and we should be able to know them, or we should be able to see them, because they are important things. But right now, our visual apparatus is trained to see, or is capable of seeing, only that which stops light. So the whole process of seeing life the way it is means, first of all, evolving our eyes. Evolving our eyes to be thoughtless eyes, to be eyes without any colored glasses, an eye which is free of thought. So when it's free of thought, it means it is free from the taint of memory. Right now, these two eyes are heavily loaded with memory. You can see this, right? If you see a group of people standing in a street, and if you see a familiar face, you immediately recognize him. Let's say he's your friend, and that face is more clear than the rest of the faces, because this eye works with memory. The more memory you have, the better it sees. No memory, it cannot see it. So every memory or every thought that goes on in your mind leaves a mark in your mind, or your soul, or your existence, and that mark is the possibility of the same thought coming back again. That's how memories work. So memory means an accumulated past. Memory means information. Memory means which does not exist because it's past, right? But acts out as if it does. So in today's date, memories are more real than reality, I think. People spend their lives on memories. They spend more time indulging in their memories rather than living the reality. So everything in your life is run by memory. Not just your computer stick, everything in your life. When I say memory, it's not just what you carry here, as in your mind. Your very body is a body of memory. So if you eat a banana, it becomes a masculine body. And if a lady eats a banana, it becomes a feminine body. So it is simple because of the memory that it contains. The information that is stored in this body and that body is different. Same banana, it becomes a man, and again the same banana, it becomes a woman, just by the difference of memories. Same thing, same food. If you eat, it is becoming one way. In one person, it is becoming dark skin, and in another person it is becoming fair skin. How, you might ask? So the memory that you carry is the reason for the difference. So do you remember your great 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 grandfather? You don't, but his nose might just be sitting in your face because your body remembers. You may not have any idea who he was, but your body remembers even today. 1,000,000 years ago, how your forefathers were, it still remembers. So what you call as body is just a body of memories. And eyes are loaded with memories. An eye which is loaded with memory, an eye which is corrupted with memory, cannot see anything the way it is. It will only see as it is convenient. Because whatever the software is working from inside, it will not allow to see anything the way it is, because they are already conditioned to see things in a certain way, and that has nothing to do with reality. So that concept, or this is what actually traditionally is referred to as karma. It is there in your bodies, it is there in your energies, it is there in the way your chemical reactions happen. It is there in your brain, it is there in your mind, it is there in everything. That's what karma means. In the very physical energy that you carry, there is memory. Because you will see each person's energies behave differently from the other, simply because of the type of memory it carries. If you want to get rid of this, it's a very long process. But in the process, you dismantle your personality, and dismantling your body is what will happen. So another way to get rid of this karma is to create a distance from it. Just hold it a little away. When you want to play with it, you play with it. When you want to switch it off, you must be able to switch it off. So for this, an external view is needed. Right now your ears are loaded with memory, your eyes are loaded with memory, your tongue is loaded with memory. If you're from a Western country, you have your taste buds are conditioned to different types of food. If you are from a Eastern or a Middle Eastern country, then your taste buds are like acquainted with different kind of food. If you're habituated with eating rice every day, then that is what you need. It's difficult for you to live on different grains or like breads. In India, South Indian people, they have different food habits. If they go to North India and they try North Indian food, they might not well be able to adjust with it on a regular basis. For a few days for trying, it's okay. They might not like it on a regular basis because the tongue has a specific memory. Because the tongue is loaded with memory, it wants the same things back. Otherwise it will suffer. So what being loaded with memory means is a cocoon of the past that is holding you. That cocoon won't allow you to even move into the present. A cocoon of the past holds you, and you allow it to do this because it feels safe, within the cocoon, and that cocoon creates a safety. But in that safety there is also imprisonment. You're really safe if we lock you up in a safe, isn't it? But the problem is you can't get out. That's where you get stuck, right? So that's the whole problem. You are safe, but you are stuck. Walls that you build are self-protection. They also become the walls of self-imprisonment. That is the nature of life. If you lock yourself from inside or outside, it's the same thing. As long as you don't open the door, you're locked, right? So whether somebody locked you out from outside, or you locked yourself from inside, there's no difference. Anyway, you are imprisoned, isn't it? So at least if somebody locks you from outside, you can at least complain and blame someone. But you lock yourself from inside, you can only be depressed. That's what is growing, the rate of depression, because you are the one who's locking the self from inside. You cannot even scream because there's no one to scream at. So this process of what we are looking at is the memory imprints itself on all levels, right up to the elemental level. From the 5 elements which function here, from just after that, memory's work starts. So when we utter the word karma, it's not a simple one. There are a lot of theories, but understanding it is difficult with theories. But referring to a certain reality, karma means memory, action and memory. So past action exists only in the form of memory, isn't it so? That's what we call, right? Carrying your old karmas. That's basically memories in different forms. So memory, not just what you carry in your mind. Every cell in the body carries its own memory. Why one atom behaves differently from another atom? Though the same ingredients it has a memory. A hydrogen atom has one kind of memory, oxygen has another. Unless you mix them up, they'll continue to behave like that. It is in a small circle, the atomic level. You are in a little larger circle, and the universe is in a much larger circle. But the same memory is what rules all of it. So when we say karma, we are not talking about some concept or philosophy. We are referring to a certain reality which is finding manifestation as who you are. The very shape of your body is because of your karma or the memory that you have. If a bird eats a mango, it becomes a bird. If a worm eats a mango, it becomes a worm, right? So if you eat a mango, you become a human being. Same mango, how many different things it's doing depending upon what kind of memory it carries, isn't it? So what you call as a seed, if you plant the same seed in the same soil, let's say you plant a mango seed in there somewhere and an apple tree somewhere else. So that seed produces a mango tree and this seed produces an apple tree. They do that because they have a certain amount of memory. So whether it is a seed of a plant or your father's seed which entered your mother's womb, it is just memory and memory. It's nothing other than memories. So this is karma, and this goes right back, right up to the elemental level. Everything is memory. Only the pure element is free from memory. So pure element, so let's start with Buddha. Buddha was Buddha because the most important thing that he mastered was the elements. That's why we bow down to him, because he mastered the elements. He has an eye which has no memory, a taintless eye which sees everything just the way it is. So yoga essentially means developing an eye which is not contaminated with memory, which simply sees. It does not see things the way your memory perverts it. It simply sees everything the way it is. This eye will see those things which do not stop light. Right now, these two eyes can only see what stops light. If you start seeing something that does not stop light, that means another dimension of the eye is beginning to function. That's what yoga is. You won't see a table, you would see the wood in front of you. You won't see a building, you won't see the earth in it or the element in it, the element it is made of. You won't see it as a building and it's a good building or a bad building or a big building. You just simply see the element. And that's when you have removed or you have distanced yourself from these memories.